It's the 89th minute. The score, tied at 1-1. You, along with tens of thousands of other people, are standing on your feet. No one is sitting, no one is speaking. Not even the fans, who have been singing the whole game, can do anything but watch along in nervous silence. A single pass cuts through the defense. Then a shot. For half a second, a complete hush falls over the stadium. And then, an eruption of noise. You explode into the air, hugging the stranger right next to you, both of you over the moon with joy. You see grown adults crying tears of happiness. People who have never met before are united in one single moment of pure joy. Football isn't just a game. It is something far more powerful. I have been playing football ever since I was just under 2 years old. Ever since I first kicked the ball, as a small boy, I felt a connection to the sport. Even today, I continue to play at a competitive level multiple times a week. Of course, through the years, my technical skills have improved majorly. I have gained tactical knowledge, improved my skills, and can even remember changing my dominant foot once when I was 6 years old. But football has taught me so much more, things that are so difficult to learn elsewhere. Being a part of a team gave me a sense of belonging, and I was a part of something so much bigger than just myself. Additionally, having my teammates depend on me, not necessarily to score goals or to win them games, but just to be there for them and give 100%, made me so much more disciplined. And of course, football taught me how to deal with two very different yet equally important emotions. How to win with grace and humility, and how to deal with failure honorably and respectfully. Football is the world's most powerful social force because it has the power to unite people across all cultures. Simply watching games live in the stadium, together with people who support the same club as you, fosters an amazing community feeling and gives you this sense that you are part of a greater movement. You deal with the wins together as a community and deal with the losses supporting one another. You don't even need to speak the same language to have this shared unity and identity. After all, everyone understands what it means for the ball to hit the back of the net. I'll give you a few powerful examples to illustrate my point. On the 18th of December, 2022, the final of the FIFA World Cup took place. Argentina, led by Lionel Messi, beat France on penalties after a tense match ending 3-3. What was arguably the greatest football match of all time brought in just under 1.5 billion live viewers. Nearly a quarter of the world watched 22 guys kick a ball around for 120 minutes. Nothing else in this world can bring so many people so much joy at the same time. 20 years prior to this, in 2005, the African nation of Ivory Coast found itself in a tense situation, with a civil war unfolding across the country. However, in October of that year, the Ivorian national team, against all the odds, was able to qualify for the FIFA World Cup the upcoming year. A student in Abidjan at the time, Hassan Omar, can recall that the whole country, every person, every house was happy. We all forgot our country was still divided. Just 2 years later, in 2007, the Ivorian national team was able to play a match in the capital city of the rebellious North, a day that Omar describes as more than just football. Unfortunately, football is not without its problems. The same passion that makes the sport so powerful can sometimes spill over into rivalry, division, and in the worst case, violence between fans. But it is exactly these raw and pure emotions that make the sport so powerful. Because when these emotions and this passion can be channeled in a positive way, it can unite millions, if not, as we have just seen, billions of people in shared positive experiences. So I've told you what I've learned from football, what you can learn from football, how football has united 1.5 billion people for 120 minutes, and how it even stopped a literal war in its tracks. But why does this necessarily matter more today than ever before? Well, today, we live in the most connected world in human history. Any one of us can message another person on the planet with a simple click of our phones. And yet, loneliness is rising. According to the World Health Organization, around 1 in 6 people globally experience loneliness on a regular basis, with some surveys suggesting that this number could be as high as 25% of the world. And what's even more surprising and concerning is that young people are among the most affected. And that is exactly where football comes in. Coming back to the 2022 FIFA World Cup, across the time space of the whole tournament, about 5 billion people interacted with the tournament in some way, be it watching a game live in the stadium, on their device, or simply interacting with it on social media. If you take a look at the diagram behind me, you can see that this 5 billion is really a large portion of the world. In a time when societies often feel more divided and people are becoming increasingly isolated, football has the chance to bring us something so much rarer today: shared emotion on a global scale. For me, football has never been about scoring the most goals or winning the most games. It has been about learning discipline, working together with my teammates, and learning how to deal with both success and failure. On the pitch, you quickly learn that things will not always go your way. You will make mistakes, you will miss chances, you will lose games. But you keep going and you keep fighting because your team depends on you to be there for them. In the stadium, live in the stadiums, watching the team that you support together with so many other people fosters a really great community feeling and gives you the feeling that you're part of a large movement. When I look back, I realize football didn't just shape the player that I've become. It has made me the person that I am today. At the end of the day, football really isn't just about the goals, the trophies, or the fame. It is about belonging and character. And in today's world, that might be the most powerful force of all. Thank you.